Here is the most valuable financial calculation most people never run.
You earn $70,000. You negotiate a 20% raise.
That is $14,000 more per year. Not once. Every year. For the rest of your career at that company, and as a higher baseline for every job you take after.
$14,000 per year invested at 7% for 20 years, $572,000. That is not from picking better stocks.
That is not from finding a better savings account.
That is one conversation, done right, with your employer. And research from organizational psychologists at Columbia and Carnegie Mellon shows that most people who negotiate get something.
Most people who don't get nothing. The negotiation conversation is not the hard part. Knowing what to say is. The research on salary negotiation reveals several consistent principles. Principle 1: Anchoring.
The first number stated in a negotiation disproportionately influences the outcome. If you state your desired salary first, and make it specific rather than round $87,500 rather than $90,000, you anchor higher with more precision. Studies show specific anchors are taken more seriously than round numbers.
Principle 2: BATNA best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Your leverage in any negotiation is proportional to your outside options. The most effective preparation you can do is have, or at least appear to have, an alternative. Another offer, even a soft one, transforms the power dynamic. Principle 3: Collaborative framing.
Research from Harvard's program on negotiation shows that negotiations framed as problem-solving, I want to make this work here, and here's what I need to make that sustainable, produce better outcomes than adversarial frames.
Week 1: Market research.
Use LinkedIn's Salary Insights, Glassdoor, Levels.fyi if you're in tech, and Bureau of Labor Statistics data. Find the range for your exact role, in your city, at companies your size.
Write down the 75th percentile, that is your anchor number. Week 2: Build your value document. List every significant contribution you've made in the last 12 months. Revenue generated, costs reduced, problems solved, projects completed. Quantify everything you can.
Led the account expansion becomes led the expansion that added $2.3 million in ARR.
Week 3: Identify your ask and your walkaway.
Your ask is the 75th percentile market rate or higher.
Your walkaway is the minimum you'd accept. Know both numbers before the meeting. Week 4: Request the meeting explicitly. Do not ambush your manager. Email, I'd like to schedule 30 minutes to discuss my compensation and long-term role here. Would work? This signals preparation and seriousness. Here is the script.
Adapt the details to your situation, but do not soften the language. Research shows that tentative language, I was kind of thinking maybe I could potentially, reduces offer outcomes significantly.
Opening. Thank you for making time.
I want to have a direct conversation about my compensation, because I'm committed to being here long term and I want to make sure we're aligned.
Your research and value. I've done some research on the market for my role. Someone with my experience and skill set is earning between.
Based on and I'm contributing at the higher end of that range.
The ask. Based on that, I'm looking to bring my salary to $. Then, stop talking. Do not fill the silence. This is the most important instruction in this script. Whatever they say next, I need to think about it. That's not in the budget, let me check with HR, respond with. I understand. What would you need to see from me to make that happen, and what's a realistic timeline for revisiting this? If the answer is no, not deflection, but actual no, you have 3 moves. Move 1, what would it take, and by when?
This turns a no into a negotiation with conditions.
Move 2, ask for non-salary compensation.
Additional PTO, remote work flexibility, professional development budget, equity, bonus structure. These have real financial value and often have more budget room. Move 3, use this as data. If your market rate research is solid and they cannot or will not pay it, you now know the ceiling at this company. The most effective salary negotiation is sometimes simply getting a competing offer and deciding whether to use it. The research is clear, asking works more often than it fails. Not asking guarantees nothing. If you are self-employed, a freelancer, or a contractor, the same principles apply, but the conversation is different.
You are not asking a manager.
You are raising your rates with existing clients or anchoring higher with new ones.
The most common mistake freelancers make, they raise rates apologetically.
I'm sorry, but I need to increase my rate.
The word sorry signals that you believe the raise is unjustified. It is not. The freelance version of the script. For existing clients. I'm reaching out because I'm updating my rates for 2026. My rate for will be moving to dollar starting. I value our working relationship and wanted to give you advance notice. I've attached a summary of the work we've done together this year. I'm proud of what we've built. The critical elements: specific date, no apology, documented value, reasonable notice. Most long-term clients accept without significant pushback when the approach is professional and the advance notice is 30 to 60 days. For new clients,
always state your rate first.
Always.
If you wait for them to offer, you are negotiating from their anchor, not yours. State the numbers specifically and then be quiet. The final piece, and the one most people skip, is what to do immediately after getting the raise. Within the first 30 days, before the new salary feels normal, redirect the difference. If you were earning $70,000 and now earn $84,000, the additional $1,167 per month after taxes should be allocated before your lifestyle adjusts to it.
Here is the allocation I would use. 50% of the raise, directly increase your 401k contribution. This happens pre-tax, so you don't see it. You never adjust to it. It compounds immediately. 25% of the raise, high-yield savings, either emergency fund top-up or a specific savings goal. 25% of the raise, lifestyle. You earned it. Spending some fraction of your raise on yourself is sustainable and motivating. Just not all of it.
The behavioral trap is lifestyle inflation when every raise is immediately absorbed into higher spending, leaving your savings rate unchanged and your wealth trajectory flat.
The antidote is allocation before the new salary becomes the new normal. The research is clear, asking works more often than it fails. Not asking guarantees nothing. You now have the framework, the script, and the plan for what comes after. The 30 minutes of preparation and the 30-minute meeting could be worth $572,000. Few investments in your financial life have that kind of return on time invested. Word count, 1, 200 duration, 9-minute, end card, V7 portfolio.